Rookie cornerback Jack Jones was one of the biggest standouts during minicamp for the New England Patriots. He was getting legitimate reps with the first team, and he performed so well during minicamp for New England that he, according to multiple reports out there, has put himself right in the thick of the competition to be the other starting quarterback on the opposite side of Malcolm Butler. And I think that Jack Jones could be the New England Patriots' best kept secret on defense this year. We know that they lost J.C. Jackson in free agency to the L.A. Chargers. So we're wondering who's going to be that guy to step up and fill those shoes. Because Jalen Mills last season was a little bit up and down. You look at Jack Jones. He was drafted in the 4th round of this past year's NFL draft out of Arizona State. And he has great ball skills, phenomenal instincts. He is a phenomenal athlete. He was highly touted coming out of high school. He ran a 4.51 in this past year's NFL Combine. Quick feet, plays with good fluidity. And he is a very good press man-to-man corner. Now, you look at the size, and he's only 171 pounds at 5'11". You're saying, JT, he's kind of small, isn't he, to be a starting outside cornerback? Yes, he is. But you want to know the good thing? Is that you can always put on some pounds. You can always gain weight. I remember my freshman year playing football, right? This was during summer. This was before we started fall camp, and our coach was giving out pads. And it's funny because, you know, he was looking at a lot of us because, you know, the freshmen, we don't get to get our equipment first. So you had me and a lot of other freshmen trying to get in line, trying to get some of the best helmets because nobody wanted to have the duck helmet. Nobody wanted to have the Larry Fitzgerald. So he gets up to me, he looks at me, he says, "Oh boy, man, some of you boys need to hit a weight room for real." He was like, "You know what you need to do? You need to eat some peanut butter and do some push-ups. You just need to eat peanut butter 24/7 along with eating the weight room and doing push-ups every opportunity you get." So you know what I did? I got a lot of peanut butter. I ate it. I did push-ups. I was hitting the weight room. I went from 105 to 125 in the span of 2 to 3 months. So it's possible to put on weight in a very quick manner. It just really depends on your metabolism and how well you know your body. I'm pretty sure with the nutritionists that the New England Patriots have on their staff and in this franchise, that Jack Jones is going to have no problem of being able to get to at least 180, maybe 183, 185 pounds by the start of the season. He also talked about this during training camp. He said that, well, during minicamp, he said that he is looking to put on some more weight before the season starts. So if you are somebody who is a little bit turned off by his weight, that shouldn't really be a big issue. You can always put on some pounds. Because for him, one of the biggest flaws that he had in his game was the fact that he got overpowered by a lot of bigger physical wide receivers. Now, Bill Belichick may suck at drafting in the first round unless it's an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. But he knows how to find late round gems. Outside of the first round, he drafts really well. And he knows how to find great value picks. J.C. Jackson was undrafted. Julian Edelman was a late round pick. Jacoby Myers, Malcolm Butler, all were undrafted. So I have a lot of confidence that Jack Jones is going to end up being really good for New England. Bill Belichick has a really good track record of guys with this kind of draft slot. And another thing when it comes to Jack Jones is that if he ends up starting on the outside, then you can move Jalen Mills to the safety spot. And then you can either have Jabril Peppers or Kyle Duggar play a little bit more inside the box, closer to the line of scrimmage. So I think if Jack Jones ends up performing well in training camp, as he has had so far during the course of this offseason, I think that New England's defense could get a huge boost. And me personally, I have a lot of confidence that Jack Jones is going to end up being really good. And I actually have him in my top 10 rankings of impact rookies going into the 2022 college football season. Well, NFL season, excuse me. So for New England, if you are a Patriots fan, you should be excited about Jack Jones. And you probably have a lot of confidence that he's going to end up being really good. I know some of you guys are going to say, man, JT, everybody looks good in tank tops and shorts. Okay, that is true. But when it comes to Bill Belichick finding late round steals, he's the best at it. It's why we don't give him so much flack at being unable to draft well in the first round, unless it's an old lineman or a defensive lineman. So I think that Jack Jones is going to be the New England Patriots' best kept secret. A lot of people are going to go into the 2022 NFL season saying, okay, who is Jack Jones, when they do their depth chart analysis and they do their predictions, and they're just going to assume that this guy's a scrub. He's just there because New England didn't have nobody better. And they're going to be really surprised at how well he plays. And when he ends up being one of the best rookie cornerbacks in the NFL this season, you're going to come back to this video and you're going to say, you know what, JT, this aged very well. Because Bill Belichick, man, he's always ahead. Even though it feels as if the Patriots are behind, you can never count out the Sith Lord that is Bill B. He always finds a way to adapt to the current state of the NFL. And with the loss of J.C. Jackson, I think that he looked at Jack Jones and said that, you know, this is somebody who has a similar skill set of J.C. Jackson. So let me know how you guys feel about Jack Jones. Am I overhyping him a little bit too much? Is he overrated? Is he going to end up being a disappointment during training camp? Let me know down in the comment section down below.